And welcome back, everyone, to the beginning of the 2006 season for the Baltimore Orioles. Just finished up our off season. We're going to take a look at those one-year stretch goals. Some minor league goals down there with stolen bases and saves. We got lead the MLB in strikeouts. That's interesting. I don't know who in our rotation is going to be able to do that. We have our 3 Gold Glove awards. And 2 pitchers with 15 wins, and we still have our 3-year contract goals. Let's take a look at this lineup and pitching rotation real quick. We're going to have John Lackey, who is our highest overall rated starter. He'll be our 1 starter, Ponson following him. Then we go with the lefty Doug Davis, Daniel Cabrera, who had a great year with us. And then we got old man Kenny Rogers leading it out. In the pen, we got Colby Lewis and Jorge De La Rosa as our long men, Ugeth Urbina, J.C. Romero, and Jorge Julio, Steve Klein to round out the middle guys, and then B.J. Ryan, still closing games for us. And let's take a look at the lineup. Corey Patterson will be our center fielder, leading off with Mora, Tejada, then Overbay, who, even though his power numbers are down, he did hit 31 last year, so we're going to slide him in that cleanup spot and see if he can't do a job there. Javi Lopez, Big B, Sosa, Carlos Pena, and Brian Roberts. And on our bench, we got Navarro, Matos, Brandon Phillips, and Jose Bautista. So we are all ready to go for opening day, and we're going to take on the Cleveland Indians. Let's check our inbox here. And more consistent hitting teams. So we're going to try and pitch around some of their middle of the lineup guys and then go directly to the hole to, I guess, their 9-hole, down in the lineup guys, and try and keep those bases empty when their big bats come up to the plate. So we're going to jump into manager mode, and as I said, we have Lackey, and they got Jake Westbrook on the mound. Check out their lineup. Coco Chris, Grady Sizemore patrolling right field with Crispin center. Victor Martinez, Travis Hafner. Those are probably the big bats they're warning us about. Casey Blake. And then going down the lineup, pretty weak to end their lineup. But Hafner and Martinez and really, Sizemore, Martinez, Hafner, and Blake can do damage against the righty, so we're going to be a little cautious there. And then we'll keep that lineup, jump right into it, and there you go. Walking Victor Martinez. Hafner gets on, he walks, but we get Blake to get out, and we go 1, 2, 3. Javi Lopez gets our first hit of the year on an infield single. And so far, a pitcher's duel here in Baltimore on opening day. Mora gets on. Tejada infield single. Overbay can't bring him in, but Javi Lopez goes deep for our first runs of the year. We got bases loaded. Roberts brings him in. They sub out Westbrook. Patterson can't get it up, and neither can Mora. But up 4-0 here with Lackey kind of cruising through this lineup, and Tejada goes deep for the first time. Hopefully, first of many again this year for our shortstop. And Lackey has been absolutely dealing. We're going to try to steal a base here. Why not get those legs moving on opening day? They bring in Fausto Carmona. That was his name at the time. I believe his actual name is Roberto Hernandez. One of those guys that, lied about his age, much like Tejada, but also gave himself a fake alias, which is pretty cool. And now we got current Yankees manager Aaron Boone. We'll go right after him, and he brings in a double. Hernandez gets out of it, so that's probably going to be Lackey's last inning. Yeah, we'll bring a fresh arm in for the 8th. We'll go to our 8th guy, Jorge Julio, and he goes 1, 2, 3. Mora goes deep off Carmona. Overbay gets the double. Bases loaded again, and once again we kind of struggle with that. Hafner will bring on the lefty. We'll go Klein again. We'll do the old regime thing, and he's in trouble early here. Much like last year, but he gets out of it there. So a win on opening day. We win 7-2, convincing fashion, 14 hits. And that big 4th inning that really separated us. So we'll go ahead, sim a little bit into the season, and check in on how we're doing. So as we're simming along, we have our first injury of the year, and it is with Carlos Pena, out for 9 days. Nothing too bad. Looking around, not too many options, good options for a DH. Looks like Matos is our best guy, so we'll put Matos in to the DH, maybe give a couple of these guys off, maybe put Sosa in the DH and move him around the outfield. So Pena comes back from his injury. We're going to slot him back into the lineup where he was. Matos did a really good job filling in, but we'll change him out, give our normal guys, a chance to kind of improve, filter out, get some consistency going. Speaking of consistency, we need to find some. I started out 5-1, and then a sweep against Kansas City, and then a sweep against the Twins. So kind of all up in the air as we have one game left in this Oakland series. We'll go ahead and manage that one. Why not? See if we can get into a game here in the Coliseum. And we have our lefty Doug Davis, who's off to a not great start. Really no one on our pitching staff is off to a fantastic start. Kenny Rogers, our best one. But yeah, would have liked to see a little bit better results after our investment. They got Joe Blanton going for them. Take a look at their lineup. They got some tired legs with Chavez and Crosby, along with Gote and Herrera down there in the bottom of their lineup. So we'll see if we can take advantage of that. And like I said, we'll go ahead and manage this game. Tejada back in the Coliseum. And bad start early from Doug Davis. Can't even get it out. Oh my. Gives up 6 runs before giving up an out. I mean, I think we got to take him out. He got 1 out. And, okay, De La Rosa's pitching well, but his stand was done. It doesn't matter. We just need to get out of the first inning. 9 runs put up against us. All right, we got quite the comeback here for the boys. We're trying to get something on. We cut it to a 6-run game. I guess that's better than what it was. And Durazo goes deep. So now 11-3. And it looks like we're about to get swept by the Oakland Athletics. So, obviously not ideal. Not what I wanted to happen. We're going to kind of let Colby Lewis go out there to die, so to speak. We'll take him out now. He's low on stamina. We don't want an injury in this game. Let's check out how the bullpen doing well. J.C. Romero, we'll give you some work. Unearned run for him. Roberts goes deep. And we get swept after losing 12-4. Doug Davis couldn't get out of the first inning. 9 earned runs. He only got 1 out. Disgraceful. And it looks like that game was a wake-up call that we needed. We get a 4-game sweep of the White Sox and then take 2 out of 3 from Texas. Finishing the first month at 15-10, leading the AL East. Carlos Pena, unhappy about his playing time. We'll see if we can't get that figured. He's pretty much playing every day. Our pitchers of the month, R.A. Dickey, doing well. Randy Jude down in Double-A. And Mike Zapp in Single-A. Batter of the month, Kit Towers having a great time of it in A-ball. And Donner Alomar, one of our draft picks, auto draft picks, he's on fire. And then Tony Clark having a great start in Triple-A. And our old friend David Newhan on the block. Now with the Devil Rays, and he's killing it. And we have like one of our first moves here, Greg Miller for Ben Broussard. And then some other injuries I'm going to go through here and let you guys know if anything interesting comes up. So no real notable injuries, long-term injuries there in the inbox. Check out on the team. Tejada off to another hot start. Overbay, decent. Javi Lopez picked it up. Big B. Sammy Sosa cooled down a little bit, stuck at 595. Carlos Pena back, doing well. And B-Rob in that 9-hole, playing really well. The bench not doing much of anything except for Matos, but I don't think he's played since Pena got back from injury. Lackey doing all right at the top. Ponson, good win-loss, bad ERA. Doug Davis, we know his struggles. Daniel Cabrera doing well. Kenny Rogers pulling his weight in the rotation. And it looks like Jorge De La Rosa is doing really well in that long spot. Our middle relievers are shutting it down. So back end of our bullpen's doing really well, except for Colby Lewis, who's just kind of an innings eater for us there. Starters need to pick it up. Offense looking good, though. We'll go and sim ahead and see where we're at here on the 15th. So we have a good start to May against a lot of division opponents, including the Yankees, Blue Jays, who honestly we didn't play well in those series, but we come back against the Red Sox, take 3 out of 4. A couple players complaining. JC Romero, we'll just throw him on the trading block for now, just to try and keep him happy. Same with Carlos Pena, still complaining a little bit. We'll go in, we'll sim through this Tampa Bay series right before the Nationals and the Beltway series again. And we have reached June. After an 18-10 record in May, we still hold the lead in the AL East. 2.5 games up on Boston. Let's go check our minor leagues. Ross Glode with a good AAA season. Donner Alomar, sorry about that, still raking down there in AA, and Layfield at first base. Looking good. Let's see if we can bump Alomar up. Tony Clark, he's doing all right. I mean, Wilson Betemit not playing well. We do have plenty of third basemen. Outfield a little shaky. Tame's not doing too well. Markakis doing well. Ross Glode obviously having a great year. I mean, Jose Bautista not playing. Matos barely playing. Brandon Phillips did get in at bat. He got on base. I mean, not too much of a sample size to go off of, so I'm not going to make any rash decisions, but our minor leagues are killing it. R.A. Dickey pitching well. 3, let's see. Checking our pitching staff. So is Blackley. I don't know why they would choose Dickey over Blackley, but here we are. Ryan Madsen also doing well, so I haven't checked the minor league records here, but I'd say off to a pretty hot start. We'll keep everything for now. I mean, Lewis is doing his job in the bullpen. It's not too bad. I'm not too concerned about it. De La Rosa is still doing really well. Doug Davis looks like, it's hard to have an ERA in the 10s and bring that down, but his loss record has stayed at 6. His ERA is going down. We gave him some money in 2 years, so we're going to keep him there. No changes. JC Romero has been terrible out of the bullpen, so maybe look for a solution there. Mike Bassick, the guy who in real life gave up the record-breaking home run to Barry Bonds, is closing games out with a .69 ERA. Nice. And then Javier Lopez, of course, we had him last year in the pen. He's doing well. We'll give Romero one more shot. Kind of constant there. Sapp doing well again. Send him down. Nick Punto not playing well in AA. Yeah, that's not great. But he's Nick Punto, so he's going to stay in AA ball. This is interesting. Checking on some other minor leaguers. Sal Beltran guy. 24, not great overall. I don't think I need to be too worried about getting him. And then we got some minor league complainers. Not even going to try and pronounce that last name, but yeah, you can go on the trade block. Why not? And then Padilla on our A team. Seems to have a lot of potential. Let's see if there's a place for him. See if anyone's not doing well. Green is not doing well as a starting pitcher. We'll put him down, and we'll bring Padilla up. So minimal moves there, and then some more complaining. Yeah, Romero's pissed. I would be too if I had a 6.43 ERA. De La Rosa complained about his playing time. Spot starter role, I'm pretty sure that's what you're doing. And then this guy, Parm Tatley. Yeah, he's playing bad, so we'll just put him on the trade deadline. I'm going to go ahead and manage this Tampa Bay game, see how we're doing, see what the lineup looks like. So we got Daniel Cabrera on the mound, 6-2. Lackey's been pitching well. Ponson has 6 wins as well. We just kind of looked through the bullpen already. They got Davis on the mound, who's 4-6 with a 6.12 ERA. So we should be able to do something there. Corey Patterson doing okay in the leadoff spot. A lot of pop in that leadoff spot. Moore is really tired. It's Brandon Phillips' time. See if he can do anything. Definitely a rest day for us with the Nationals. Tejada, once again, lighting the world on fire. Overbay has been doing really well in that DH spot. Javi Lopez, fantastic season. We'll put Navarro in there, give him a break. Big B doing well. Sosa, not so well, but 3 away from 600. Carlos Pena's really been putting it on, doing well, 321. And B-Rob also great out of that 9 spot. We may need to switch some things around there. But we'll go ahead and give a couple guys a day off as well here. We'll go Sosa and Big B, just because they have the lowest stamina. And we'll just keep him there because Pena is a good defender. Center field wise, yep, everyone else looking good. And then we'll bump up. Let's put Pena in the 5, B-Rob in the 6, Matos, Navarro. Oh, we also need to change that a little bit. Let's put B-Rob in that 1 hole, and then we'll go Matos, Phillips, Navarro, Bautista. All right, so a lot of changes there. We'll go up against the Rays, or the Devil Rays at this time. And Aubrey Huff, first inning home run. Not what we want to see, but 1 run. Hey, how about that? Brandon Phillips gets a single. Navarro gets a single, and Jose Bautista can't do anything with it. Kind of a punt lineup. Oh, the Rays got our old friend Rafael Palmeiro in the 9 hole. Interesting. Good to see landed in our division. Deoner Navarro coming up with a big double, and then, hey, RBI sac fly for Bautista, and we have the lead 2-1. Placido Polanco. Oh, no. Cabrera has been ejected from the game. And now they got Palmeiro up. And I think we need a couple innings. Do we dare go JC Romero? Let's see him. You get Palmeiro, and he gets out of it. And Matos goes deep, so he continues his hot tear whenever he plays, which is very rare. Thank you, CPU. Let's just keep Romero in there, yeah. All right, big bounce back. Tejada goes deep again, number 16 on the year for Miggy. And Jason Romero, job well done. Really proving yourself out there. And 1, 2, 3 inning. We'll sub out. Yeah, we'll sub out. Let's bring in Urbina. And he's got trouble here. Still got trouble. Aubrey Huff coming up. We'll take you out. Not a good outing for Ugueth. We'll go at Huff. Gets out of it. 2-run ball game. So we head to the top of the 9th. We go 1, 2, and 3. BJ Ryan time. Runner on second here. And now Roberto Alomar gets out of it. We take it 5-3 against the Rays with our punt lineup. So good job from the boys. JC Romero picks up the win and a great outing with 3 strikeouts and I believe 1 2/3 innings. BJ Ryan gets the save. Daniel Cabrera gets ejected. And now we have the Nationals. And we take the first 2 games against our Beltway rivals. We're going to manage that next game. At this time, the Nationals were playing at RFK Stadium. They have Sean Hill, I believe, on the mound. Okay, starter. Not a lot of innings. Oh, boy. not great otherwise in the starting rotation. We got Sidney Ponson. John Lackey continues his tear, 8-1. Looks like Dave is still at that 6 ERA. I don't think he's pitched since the last time we checked up on that. Who needs a break? B-Rob needs a break. And it's Brandon Phillips' time there. Everyone else, how's Sosa doing? Has he gone yard? Nope. Lopez could use a break. We gave him a break last game. I'll leave him in here. Tejada playing well. Patterson. We'll give Patterson a break. He's not doing so well at the moment. And Matos has been on fire for us when we put him in that lineup. So we'll plug him in there. And we'll keep that lineup. I think I like that. I like Matos at the leadoff spot. He got that power and that contact. He's been playing well. So we'll go ahead and jump in. Tejada gets on. No surprises there. Let's see if the Nationals have done any big offseason acquisitions. Sosa can't get it. Brandon Phillips, big double. And how about Ponson? Little RBI out. Looks like Lance Nix is on the Nationals now. I think he played for them in real life. Javi Lopez goes deep. That's why we keep him in the lineup. Big B goes back-to-back. Then get out of it. Ponson, hey, how about that? Single to left. This guy can handle the bat. He's a big man. So we're up 4-0. Bounce out their pitcher. Vidro gets on. Double play. Got Jenkins. Might have been their draft pick coming in to pitch here. Sosa gets the walk. Phillips gets on. We'll sack bunt. Doesn't work out, but Matos brings him in. And we're up 6-0. And, of course, as I say that, now we have trouble. Nix will pitch around him. He gets on. Vidro, he gets out of it. So Ponson gets out of it. Still 6-2. Still got a comfortable lead here. They bring in their next pitcher. And it looks like that was a hit. Yeah, single, but Javi Lopez gets thrown out at the plate. Hopefully Ponson can give me one more here. And he does. So he gets up to his hitting spot. Even though he is 1 for 3 with an RBI in this game, of course we're going to take him out. Looks like they got a lefty in. We'll give Jose Bautista an at-bat here. Why not? That's probably why not. He fouls out to third. Pretty weak. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Got the middle of their lineup up. Romero's calmed down probably after that outing. We'll go Klein with the lefty here. In trouble here. And that's a double for Vidro, and that's going to be it for Klein. And we'll go to Urbina, who last time had a tough outing, but we're going to see if he can't get it back. He walks him, but he gets out of it. We're still up by 3. First 2 guys get on, and then double play, and Sosa gets out. So now VJ Ryan time. See if he can't get out of it, and he gets out. No runs. We sweep the Nets. We sweep the Beltway series. And this team is on a roll. We are now 37-20. Got a series with the Mets. We'll sim ahead after see how we fare against the rest of the NL East here. So with the rest of the NL East, we go 3-3. 2 losses against the Mets. And then come back with 2 wins against the Phils. And for my entertainment, let's check out the trading block. Of course, we got our guys. Let's see. Really unhappy with his playing time, even though he plays every day. Valdez, a young reliever. He's got good stats. Someone to keep our eye on. Bukovic, this was one of the guys who was in the draft. He's struggling so far with the early call-up. Most of these guys are as well. Vizcaíno and Gonzalez. Yusmeiro Petit, one of those real guys in the pen for the Mets. Probably helped beat us at one point. Stanridge. Got knuckleballer Fernandez. 3-year contract. That's a little much. Nothing too much here elsewise. I'll let you guys know if I see anything that catches my attention here. So nothing really caught my attention on the trade block, but did remember seeing David Newhan there. So went to the transactions, and They traded both Gathright and Newhand to Philly for Placido and Mike Benitez. So, quick little stint there for Newhand in Tampa Bay, and now he's in Philly along with Joey Gathright. And as we're simming along here, we get a little trade proposal here from Houston, Mike Lamb for Carlos Pena. Pena's having a great year. He just needs to get over the fact that he's playing pretty much every day for us, and then he'll be fine. So we're going to go ahead and say no to this one. And after that trade proposal, went ahead and said, why not? Let's go check out on the lineup. We moved some things around. Roberts in the leadoff spot. Tejada, 25 homers, batting .340. He's on a rampant pace. Overbay doing well. Not slugging too much in that 4 hole, but I like that lefty-righty kind of mix-up. Big B doing well. Carlos Pena, like we said right before that trade, he's doing well. Javi Lopez, a fantastic year. And Sammy Sosa, 1 home run away from 600. So I don't want to go chasing him yet in this video. We'll go ahead and end this one right here. Next video, we'll be chasing 600 with Sosa. The bench doing well. Pitching rotation, quick look up. John Lackey, phenomenal. Sidney Ponson, 8 wins with a 4.5 ERA. That's what happens when the middle of your lineup's doing what they're doing. Doug Davis, it's time to move you to the bullpen, son. We got to get Jorge De La Rosa some reps. He's been impressive in that long relief role. Cabrera doing all right. Not as good as last year. And then Kenny Rogers, fine for a 5-starter. So we're going to chase 600 with Sosa in our next video. Our offense is absolutely grooving. We are only a half game up on Boston, but 44-27. Fantastic record. Thank you guys for watching again. Please feel free to throw a like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be sure to continue this series and keep throwing up more videos. Also, if you guys want to see me do any other retro games, let me know in the comments. Happy to run through some of those as well. Dirty Whore out, guys. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.